broken as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between our visitors and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Right back to Hubbard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They're going to try and throw. On the left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catch.
And the ball is knocked out, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Browns! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Done. 11.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And some room to work. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
11 MP tank. 11 MP tank.
Here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Quez Watkins, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point up and through. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw here. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 11 yards on the pickup. And it'll give the Browns a first down.
Damn, he do get in the pitch.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Johnson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here we go, here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12.
And again, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Seahawks sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
11.
From midfield now, Burrow. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
I'm wondering.
First down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
12.
They'll try again with Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They go up the middle with Chubb, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard, and they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And that's frustrating for a defense, because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down, That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On the ready. Reset. Red, strike it. Blue, strike it. Set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On one, ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On third down, Burrow. Going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
He gets this to Thornton.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Hubbard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
11 mighty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Here we go. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow has his, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how
Roll down.
possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10.
Boys playing backyard bowl like a mug.
Success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. On 3rd down, it's short and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready, play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Here we go.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Here we go. 11.
Here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close,
Damn, same happened to me.
just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
He only got 2 receivers.
Positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
I'm line, right?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas. They gotta go,
Burrow connects with Duvernay. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Stop. Stop.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides, penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for our visitors, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.